Today I thought we'd look at the subject of OPM, or other people's money, and more importantly, using other people's money. So let's say you bought a house and it costs you $100,000. Now most people haven't got $100,000, so they would tend to go to a bank who would give them a mortgage of say $90,000, and they'd put in $10,000 of their own money. Now let's say at a later date you sold your house. It had grown in value to $150,000. So now you've made $50,000 profit. You would give the bank back $90,000 to pay off your mortgage, and you'd still get your $10,000 back as well as the $50,000 profit. The question is, does the bank want any of that $50,000 profit? And the answer's no. You've used other people's money, the banks, to make $50,000. Looking at how good the investment is, if you'd have spent $100,000 buying the house outright and then made $50,000 when you sold it, you've made 50% profit, which is quite good. But if you got a mortgage and only spent $10,000 of your own money, making $50,000 from $10,000 is phenomenal. It's 10 times as much. So the idea is using other people's money really is the way to go. So if you've bought your house for $10,000 down, what's to stop you buying another house for another $10,000 down? Well, theoretically nothing. You've just got to convince your bank that you can pay the mortgage payments. Most people that are in this situation tend to live in one house and rent the other one out. And on the second property, using other people's money again, the banks again, you can just convince them that you can cover any mortgage payment and expenses by what you charge your tenants. Now remember, there is a downside to all of this, and that is expenses. Each house will have its own mortgage payment, its own utilities to pay, any maintenance, and the thing that you tend to forget, the tax, would have to be declared in your tax return on any income. Now let's try another example. Say for instance you want to buy some shares with your $10,000 instead of property. Now if you approach your bank and say, can I borrow some money to buy some more shares, your bank will say no, because the thing is, shares are not tangible. If it was a house, they could take your house away from you if you defaulted on the mortgage payments. So it seems like the bank will only lend on certain types of assets, i.e. tangible assets. So there it is, an introduction to OPM, or other people's money.